of the Lord. Arise, all you people of the Lord. Shine in the dark to brighten the whole world, that all people may see the light of God.
Welcome, my family. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, MARIST Vocations, Divine Voice. Thank you so much for your continuing support for Divine Voice by watching us. I want you to pay attention as in your track. Today it is a great privilege to be with Reverend Brother James. Greetings and welcome, Brother James.
Thank you so much, Brother Nyas, for inviting me to come for this little chat.
You are most welcome, and still you are welcome to Divine Voice Studio. Let us start our conversation by telling the audience who you are.
Yeah, I am Brother James Maskia from Malawi, the province of Southern Africa. Actually, as I said, I'm a married brother here in Kenya at MIC first year.
That's great. For hearing Kenya before you arrived, how did you consider Kenya? What is your expectation in Kenya? You can describe your expectation before you arrived here in Kenya.
Yeah, actually, to say the truth, there will be expectations, but not really much. But understanding that we are Africans, there's that kind of humanity whereby you want to be the part of any kind of people. So it was like I had curiosity to see what is Kenya, what is made of Kenya. So actually I had an opportunity to live with some people who are coming from here in Kenya, especially the sisters of St. Joseph. So I have interacted with them, who gave me a clear picture about who are Kenyans and what is to be when you say I am a Kenyan. So actually I was excited and had a curious heart that I have to be here and see what is here. That's it.
Oh, that's great. There is a common saying in Africa that a good swimmer is one who knows how to swim through the river of life without drowning. For you, as Marist, as far as concerned, what is your greatest challenge as young brother today?
Yeah, the most challenge is like the issue of understanding. Now, there is change of time, seasons of time, whereby as a person I have to understand that that time is changing. And things the way they were in the past and the way they are now, things are dynamic, have changed. Thereby, I have to cope up as I understand that nowadays there's a lot of noise in the world. Thereby, if you are not careful, you cannot separate from different voices which are coming, and at the end of the day, which can lead you out of your vocation. But now, with these formations, actually I can say I have to depict, which is not easy, to move away from the way the world is moving. But at the end of the day, I just understand that as I understand who am I think I'm okay.
In life, there is a challenges for sure. As the challenge of becoming mercy brothers in Africa today is not only for us, even those who lived before us. But what does it mean to you, this challenge as a Maris brother of Africa today?
Yeah, this challenge means a lot to me that they need to be curbed. For example, I will give you, as you talk about the issue of vocation, if you go in the typical villages in different countries, you find that as married brothers, we are not known. And if you go like at the parish and ask, I want to join this, and people ask you, why do you want to be a brother? Because people do not understand the core of being a brother. Okay? Thereby, I see it's a big challenge. If it is not taken care of, it may raise to the problem of vocation, whereby vocation will be limited and sometimes won't be there because people have limited, they don't understand the core of being a brother in the church. So they say that a brother is like ABCD, like belittling brothers. But you have to understand that in the church there is every vocation, every call per a particular group of people, per a particular individual. So I think This is the main thing, many things which needs to be curbed about the vocation, the perception of people towards brothers, as in general, I can say.
You have touched all the area I wanted to touch. What you said and attracted me too much is the way the call to brotherhood is perceived. And I remember 2015 Catholic Church released a document known as Brotherhood. The gift we receive, the gift we share. For you, what does it mean, a brother? Especially married brother.
Yes, for me, I see a married brother as ambassador of youth. As we go to the testament of Father Champagne, the spirituality, why he started the married brothers, you can see is the issue of the being with the youth. So if I look into that, I see it is a big thrust whereby I have to be the ambassador of the youth, helping these young people to be good Christian, good citizens. It's not only that I should be in the class teaching them, but we talk about catechesis. So if I look at it, I see it's like the church has opportunity, and a very important part of it that has to help the young people to grow well. Because if the young people they are not led properly, now the future of the church is not there. Not only the future of the church, but being a human, being a proper human with full ethics, through full morality. So if you will not help the youth into this kind of thing, that will be a problem. So I see it there. That's the importance of being a brother there, and the core of being a brother. Yes.
You have touched about the testament of Mason Champagne, who is our founder. It pushed me to ask you this question. What aspects of our founder, Mason Champagne, speaks much to you?
Yeah. If you look at first when Father Champagne went to school for the first time, and the teacher slapped one student, and he ran away. This thing gives me a thirst that I should see how many people are like Champagne who run away from school because of the abuse which are there. So I see that compassion towards young people. As I say, it comes from the experience at the early age when he was in school. And also we see at the issue of Montaigne. It's very touching. I think up until today, there are still these kind of montañas. So when I see it, it touches me very much. Thereby, I need to gather impetus, energy, so that I should continue being the champion of today and helping these young men who does not know anything about God, the young montañas of today. So that's most of the time the thing which touches me much.
Thank you very much for sharing with us what touched you much about the charisma, the aspect of our founder. One of his saying he said that brotherhood means living peaceably together and help and love one another. What are your thoughts at this present time from the point of view of vocations?
Yeah, my thoughts about vocation. Actually, I would say from the experience, it's there, but also it is rare to be found. The world, the way of the world today, coming from the families, the way children are being raised up today, it's like they are raised up in the issue of business, not the issue of being a servant and understanding uh, by the way of our ethnical the morality. You know that everything which I do is the issue of service, of being there for other people. But now the parents will say, a child, I want to be a religious. Say you, why do you want to be religious? What are you going to have from there? So for me, I see it, the family is much taking part in this issue of vocation, because the family is the first vocation, because without the family there's no vocation. Thereby I see it, if you want to have a good future for our vocations, we need to help the families that they should have a sound moral values as they are raising up their children. Because if the parents will not help their children to grow up well and understanding the ways which everyone is called to in the issue of service, I think we'll have problems in the future because of the issue of vocation. We will not have vocation because everyone is after money, looking for money, not being a servant.
You said it very well about family. The basic of vocation is rooted in family. And I remember what the Pope Francis, when he was writing his encyclical letter to dedicate to families, he said, "A better family is a near heaven." What do you see need to be done in our basic families so that the vocation can be fruitful to the entire society?
Yeah, as I have put it in the foundation, that a family. So if you look at the family, I have to check on the issue of proper catechism formation. Okay, because if we have the proper catechism formation, all these issues we have now will be curbed because people will understand what they are called to be. So at least I understand. Even Mother Teresa talked about that the family which prays together stays together and live together, and it's being seen outside by the way they live their life. They love each other. So all this, the foundation is coming from where? The catechesis. When we are starting catechesis, how do we train people? And those people who are training these catechumens, these young people, they have to have that knowledge proper formed. At the end of the day, we say you are what you eat. If you eat a fish, you become a fish. If you eat a goat, you become a goat. So that's the main point. Catechesis, the foundation. Okay.
Thank you very much. That basic, strong catechesis will produce that. This, when you see how our charism is to make Jesus known and loved, especially to the most neglect children, what aspect or how can we develop our charism today by considering the signs of time?
Yes, very well said. Looking at the signs of time, the world. It's like I can say the world is going mad, is going crazy. Okay, but the main thing I like, which Pope Francis said, we have to smell sheep, which me really give me a thrust that I have to be in touch with the young people. If I want my charism to be very, very fruitful, I have to be in touch with these young people because I know that I have to go to the periphery and check the marginalized. Thereby, they will understand and they see the way I do treat them, and through that, they will know that okay, I have to follow. As our constitutions always said, we have to go to the periphery, and by our love, we will attract people. And they say, look the way they love each other. Why can't I try this and see and experience this kind of love? So it's the issue of direct contact and reading the signs of time and see what is needed now and to help to create the issue of this. As I said, the world now is going crazy. So as we say, the world is going crazy. Yeah, there's a lot to be done. So much I can say, read the signs of time and deal with it.
Thank you very much. Read the signs of time and deal with it. You come from more recently communities, you have been involving in apostolate, you know what it takes to be an apostle of the youth. Now, how do you see the Maris of Africa in 10 years to come?
Minds of Africa in 10 years to come, if anything will not change, I see great things being done. Okay? But as I have said, when I talked about vocation, that some they don't understand the core. And the church is well arranged that this group of people they'll be doing this group of people will be doing this. So if the church will continue understanding this, I see married brothers going far and helping, because even now if you look in the world, you cannot talk about education without married brothers, which is already a good sign that we have a bright future. If we continue doing what we are doing and continue not moving away from our charism, from the reason why we are called to be a married brothers, I see ourselves going far. All these young people we are teaching, wherever they go, they present us. Whatever they do in the way of Mary, as a married brother, as a married who is a rare person formed under married brother. So it doesn't end only here, but wherever they go with that spirit of marriage.
That's very wonderful. There is a saying in Africa context that everyone's journey is towards his perfection, and everyone's proximity is according to his state. And how do you see your own vocation today? And what is your life journey towards vocation up to this present time?
As you have said it well, that we are striving towards perfection, have to understand, as it is written in the Constitution, again, say that being a brother is a journey to be holy. Yes, I understand I'm a servant. But first, before saving someone, I have to save first myself. I have to know that, okay, now I'm in this side. Before I pull someone to that side, I cannot start pushing someone into another side while I'm in another side. Therefore, I have to start by myself in the way deepening my spirituality. It is well indicated, as the Pope Francis has written his letter about this Lenten season. He said clearly, we are called to fast, to pray, that is to go even into the issue of reconciliation, almsgiving. Okay? And he goes and said again that alone salvation to attain is difficult. You need others to attain that salvation. Thereby, if other people won't be available, then I'm cheating myself. I need others to be there. And as I'm heading towards that, striving towards that perfection, I have to get along with other people. So the thing is, deepen in my prayer life, I have to be prayerful, not only for myself, even for other people. So in short, in brief, that's what I can say, like my spiritual journey. Yes.
That is well articulated. Today, you reminded me the gospel today. Jesus was led to the wilderness after the Jordan River received the baptism. He went to wilderness. He experienced these 40 days and 40 nights. At the end of his journey, he met with temptations in this life, consecrated life. Do you meet with temptations? Or how do you overcome them?
Yes. First of all, I have to accept it. The temptations are there to make me strong. If I have not met temptation, then that means there's a problem somewhere. As a person who is living, temptations, you meet them. There's no way you run away from it. I remember my master of phosphorus, he always said, if you meet devil on the way, you have to be happy because you are going in different opposite direction with the devil. But if you don't meet the devil on the way, ask yourself, where are you heading? Are you not together with the devil? So for myself, understanding of temptation, I know that is the way which God wants me to be strong. And always God will not have you be tested beyond your strength. Always make sure you have the strength to overcome that temptation. So as I said, spiritual life, prayer, okay, is the one which helps me most to overcome some of other temptations. It's a temptation. Always you have to make a decision to fall in that temptation or to curb that temptation, and you move on.
It's said also the charisma without character is postponed to calamity. And when you see the youth of today, most of them are based in techno- technology things. They're no longer analog, they're in digital things. Which message would you like to pass to the younger ones, especially those who are following us, who will follow this conversation, particularly in those who are in Malawi?
Actually, I would say nowadays the age of technology, we are very advancing in the world. Thereby, we cannot run away from the reality. It's the reality. The main thing, accept the reality and look to the way which you can help for the young people to understand this kind of thing, how they cannot be taken up with this issue of technology. So it's not that it's only someone outside there. I, as a young man, I have even some struggles. I know that I have to do this so that I should reach this. So as I said earlier, the issue of formation, okay, understanding about the young people. It's not that you should cut them away from technology, but to help them how to use proper use of this kind of technology. That's why in our prayer book you see it. We have the prayer. How to do we pray for the people who also uses technology? So it's like helping them to understand and to do only the needful thing, not to move away from what they need, but understand their needs. So that is the best way to help young people nowadays, as in the issue of technology is concerned nowadays.
As far as life is concerned, sometimes people can shape your life or influence you. Do you have a role model in this life?
Yes, I have role models. I have passed information. I have seen people. And sometimes, yes, it's not about living their life, but just learning some things which I can adopt from them. They are there. And even here in this community, we have some. In Malawi, we have some. In Mozambique, there are some. When I saw, I said, yeah, these people, they are doing well. I can adopt this and try my life the way I can incorporate with it and live with it so that I can do better. So they are always there. Even starting from the first day to start following this kind of vocation, I saw someone and that one was a role model. So it's always there. Role models, they're always there. They help me a lot to understand who am I and what I want and where I should go.
That's wonderful. You know, one of the pillar of our channel is about vocation, is to tell the young ones the beauty of being a brother and what message you'd like to pass the young ones who are in search of their vocation.
Yeah, the message I will give them is hold on to what they have now. Okay, it's easy to lose it because, as I've said, the world nowadays is crazy. Okay, so hold on what they have, prayer, so that they should cherish that gift, that grace of vocation which they have, because they can lose it if they are careless. And also, it's like parents. Always I talk about parents because I know that everything it starts from the parents. Help the children to grow up properly so that they should not lose that kind of vocation. Okay, it's a grace. For me, I don't take a vocation like something which just come in abstract, but I see it's a grace from God. So as long as it is a grace from God, I have to be happy and cherish it and let it grow and give fruits to the people, the fruits of life. So that's what I can say about these young people who have that kind of vocation. They want to serve God.
As we are heading to the end of our conversation, you may have anything or any last remark you'd like to pass to the audience this time.
Yeah, this time I just wish them well as they are in this season of renting. Let's observe, as our Pope said, prayer, almsgiving, reconciliation, okay, fasting, pray for one another, share what we have. You know, whatever I do to the least of my brother, I have done to the Lord. So if we understand that, I think we will build a better world. So let's make this season of renting period to be fruitful and to give life to someone somewhere.
Thank you very much for having honored my invitation. I don't take it granted. May God bless you.
Thank you, brother. Even myself, I appreciate you have awakened the spiritual aspect in me, Yeah, it's good to talk about this. And even I'll go and write it down. It's a grace.
You're most welcome.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much for our audience. This is the time to continue support us, sharing our channel, comment, any reaction you feel to do, address it to us. That is always indicated to background of our conversation. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.
You are the light, you are the light. We are the light of the whole world. And we are agents of liberation. And we are MARIST, agents of transformation and development of humanity. Love of God and love of man. authority. And God is a concern for the poor, integrity and generosity, patriotism and love for one. You are the light, you are the light. We are the light of the whole world. We are agents of liberation, and we are MARIST, agents of transformation and development of humanity. Sensitivity to our environment, and we are to self-discipline. All these people together